Hello again, Cons here, and today I wanted to take another stab at doing a Rajang oriented build using its weapons and armor. I'm going to be taking advantage of the 2-piece set bonus, whereas my previous video was using Resentment and Charge Blade. This one, Mind's Eye, as you can see, shortens the distance before ammo and arrows reach maximum power, so it has favorable interactions with bows and bowguns. So that's what I'm going to be taking advantage of today. So I tested a bunch of stuff with the Rajang heavy bowgun, and what I sort of found to be the best synergy between the set and between the bowgun is the fact that you can get up really close to the monster with Mind's Eye and be within critical distance. As you can see, 232 damage. And so what that means is you can have a normal 3 build, oh this is using normal 3 ammo by the way, that uses the close range modifiers. Now don't fear, I'm not going to be using the special scope, and that's what I wanted to quickly demonstrate. You saw 232 damage there? Using the close range advantage. If I get out of that range where I start doing less damage than that on my crits, 172 on a crit, there you go, what you'll notice is that I'm not actually within the extra critical distance provided by the special scope. I have to retreat further to get into that distance, and you can see I'm doing less damage rather than more. And so basically you can't really synergize the two. You've got to pick. If you want to use the scope, go ahead. You can swap out the close range modifiers for whatever you like. Actually, you're probably better off regardless not using this bowgun and using the Nergi bowgun, but I don't know, I wanted to sort of coerce Rajang. Anyway, I am not going to be using the special scope because I hate this thing. It makes me nauseous, makes me want to throw up. I really don't like it, and it's just a pain to use. And I also wanted to get away from spread ammo and from just Zenogre's HBG in general, which is kind of the reason I'm doing this. And so here is the set. As you can see, I'm not using the special scope. I've put it back to a close range modifier because, again, I hate that scope. Don't worry too much if you don't have access to these level 4 decorations. You can swap out Flawless and Medicine for just Flawless, which is a level 2 slot. And Challenger 2, you can swap for a Challenger 1 point decoration. So it's not a huge deal if you don't have the level 4 decorations. And again, attack can just go down by 1 level. And so these are the skills you get. The reason I'm running recovery up is because generally the health augment on a bowgun isn't particularly great when you're using spread. But the nice thing about normal is it doesn't suffer from that, and so you can take full advantage of the health augment on your weapon. Having recovery up is nice, but it's absolutely not necessary for the set. The only real interesting part of the set is the fact that I'm using normal shots level 2. Aside from that, it's just standard DPS stuff: weakness, exploit, crit boost, DPS, normal shots. You can potentially swap out some points and put in spread shot up if you want to use the spread 3 ammo. Completely up to you. However, it's so much of a powerhouse that I don't think it's necessary. And again, it really depends on what you're going for with the build. But yeah, I will skip to some gameplay. It's all there really is to it. It's a pretty standard set. It uses 2 points of Rajang. It uses the headpiece and the waist piece. If you saw my video where I sort of rated the armors, you'll know that these are the 2 that I considered good for general mixing. And by running 2 pieces, we get Mind's Eye, the sort of effects of which I've already explained. And aside from that, we're just picking pieces that give us as much DPS as possible. Again, regarding sort of agitator, if you do only have a level 2 slot decoration for it, and you don't have the level 4, it's not a big deal at all, because you're dropping down from 4 to 3, which doesn't represent an affinity loss, so it's really less of a deal than you'd even think. So regarding playstyle, you stand at a sort of medium range and you just sort of unload your normal 3 bullets into the monster. I like this playstyle quite a lot just because you're not that close to the monster. You're not like nauseatingly up close with that awful scope on like you are with the spread HBG builds. And even with scope normal 3, you're quite far away from the monster and it's kind of a pain. This one, you're at a sort of close to medium range where you're comfortable enough to be able to just sort of strafe around the monster, but you're never so far away as to feel sort of brain dead. I like it a lot anyway. I even like the auto reload on the Rajang HBG because it means you have to think a little bit more before you just sort of fire your bullets. You can't be as brain dead as maybe you could be otherwise. Additionally, you get health regen with the health augment, which is really nice, and you get a pretty good chunk with every shot. And lastly, even if you do run out of normal bullets, it's not the end of the world. You can obviously bring combines for more. However, you can also just go on to spread 3, because that's the other thing about this bowgun is it has spread 3 on auto reload too. And so you can seamlessly transition to spread 3. And if you do find yourself using this part of the bowgun a lot, then obviously feel free to throw spread shot up on your sets, but you know, I'll let you make those decisions yourself. Anyway, I hope this made sense. I hope you found it kind of informative and cool, and I hope you have a lovely day. Take it easy. Bye bye.